Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my plan with me for February 6th through the 12th. I'm planning in 2 Erin Condren Life Planners. In my hourly life planner, I'm going to decorate with Bolderbon's Pretty in Pink sticker kit. And in my compact vertical, I'll be decorating with Mama Gloria Shop's Splash, which is really an autumn themed kit. It's not a splash of water, it's a splash of beautiful, vibrant leaves. But you know what? I just like the colors. I like the purple and whatnot, and we are not going to wait until next fall. Last week we planned in the compact vertical first, so this week we're going to start with the hourly. I am happy to see you here today and welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if I see you all the time. I appreciate every single one of you. Just going to trim that off with my handy scraper, and we're covering up the dates, but don't worry, they're coming back. Let me tell you a funny story. This morning when my husband and I were doing our regular morning routine, which is to listen to one little bit of an audiobook, and right now we are on one of James Herriot's books, and then we play Wordle. So when we got to Wordle, we do it a little bit like a race, and we don't start until the other person's ready. So we'll say, ready, set, go. And so we were playing Wordle, and then when we got to the end, we always just kind of look and see who did it in the fewest number of tries, who did it first, and we just kind of look at each other's words. Well, we picked the exact same word for our first word, which was so funny because we don't have a history with using this word, neither one of us, and it was just random. We both put in the same first word, and it was happy. That cracked us up. What are the odds out of all of the words that we were going to choose the exact same word, one that neither one of us have either chosen it. We weren't discussing the word happy. There was really no rhyme or reason to it. We just both chose that same word. That kind of blew our minds. It was pretty funny. And now I am doing laundry, doing my planning. Hubby is doing some work, and we are going to cook a pork roast in our Instant Pot. So I didn't talk about the Instant Pot last week, I don't think, but it was a Christmas gift from my brother and sister-in-law, and we are basically in love with the Instant Pot now. And I understand it a little bit more now, and I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. And I'm just learning how to put things together that we have quickly, like right before piano lessons, or in the case of today, we've got this frozen pork roast, which you could just go ahead and put it in the Instant Pot frozen. There's just one problem. It is frozen so hard that we can't like bend it a little bit so that it fits down in the Instant Pot. So we're thawing it a little bit first, but basically we're just going to trust the Instant Pot to thaw it and cook it like it has been doing. We haven't done pork yet, but with chicken and with beef, and it's been fantastic. This is what the decorative boxes look like in the vertical kit from Bolderbon, and they're all really pretty. They're all very delicate looking, and we want to pick one to just sort of make it the focal point for up here in the left corner. And it's either going to be this heart or this flower. And since Valentine's Day is not until next week, why don't we just go with the flower? Just a bit of beauty up here in the top left corner. Let's put piano lessons on here next, and I will tell you another little story. So, found out, I take my mom on this family history lunch every Wednesday, unless we have, an appointment or something that prevents us from doing it. But family history lunch is just a way for us to visit, have lunch, and also I take notes about things. I just ask her stories about her childhood and her upbringing and her parents and stuff like that. So found out that my uncle, Mom's brother, was almost killed by a crane when he was a little boy. So he was maybe 5 years old, and here's what happened. They were downtown where my grandmother was running an errand, and normally, like this is back in 1947, normally what would happen is that she would leave him in the car. And back then, I guess people just didn't worry about kidnapping. So for whatever reason, my grandmother decided to take my uncle in with her this time. So she was running her errand at the bank or the post office or whatever. And while this was happening, a giant crane, well, I mean, I guess all cranes are kind of giant, that was in the process of excavating or working on a new building on the same block, but maybe across the street, fell over and crashed into the very car that my uncle would normally be sitting in. It was not my grandmother's car. It was like her brother's car. And it made it into the newspaper, but my uncle, was not hurt. He wasn't in the car. So, I mean, I call that God's intervention, God's protection. A lot of people would just say, oh, that was lucky. I don't. But anyway, isn't that a fascinating story? You just never know what went on in your family. And I think the people who lived through things tend to forget about them. And it's just really a neat thing to bring these topics back up and get fascinating stories from your family. So I've been trying to get some fascinating stories from my dad also. Oh, look how cute this is. What do we do with that? That's really cute. Do we want to put it here? Let's do it with the weekend. There we go. That is super cute. So I've been trying to get some fascinating stories with my dad also. And I don't help him with stuff on a weekly basis like I do with my mom. So I'm not with him as much. But I did find out one thing, that my grandfather had an older brother who died when he was only 10 days old. I had no idea. And I don't even think my dad knew. Maybe he had heard something, but he found out for sure. So he ended up kind of digging into it with a cousin and finding out that sure enough, yeah, my grandfather had a little, he had a big brother, but he, like the first child, passed away. 10 days old. It's really sad. Let's put my plan with me over here on Saturday. Need a big sticker for that, and I'll probably do a bit of layering here. So also found out here's more, that my grandfather was married before he was married to my grandmother, and his wife died in childbirth. Both she and the baby died. That's another sad thing. That would have been like back in the mid-1930s. Interesting, right? I don't think maybe I did. I don't want to repeat the same stories and get you guys rolling your eyes about how old I'm getting. But I've just, found out interesting things about how my mom ended up being a majorette in the band when she didn't really know how to twirl the baton. Did I tell that story yet? I'm not even going to tell it right now because I think I told it. You'll have to tell me if I've already told that story or if I didn't, and then I will follow up and tell it next time. All right, we need a sticker for church. And I really like these right here. I like to write on these first. Also, this is my Erin Condren Gold gel pen. It works fine on the Bolderbon stickers, but I recommend either, if you have one of these Erin Condren pens that is like this, I recommend using one of these on Bolderbon stickers. They're a different material than just regular sticker paper. Or a Sharpie roller, which appears to be the same thing. It doesn't smear at all. It writes beautifully on Bolderbon stickers. And you give it just a second That is my washing machine, by the way, the Rumble. Probably need to go. I'm washing some sheets. I probably need to go rearrange that stuff in the machine. So I'll be right back. So last week, did you guys use your $20, if you had one, a $20 code at Erin Condren that you, if you had ordered the winter seasonal surprise box, you were supposed to get a $20 code. And I know, unfortunately, some people's code was missing. So I had not used my code yet. And so I did on the very last day. And I want to tell you what I picked out. I got a couple of, maybe even 3 Edevi interchangeable covers. And I got at least one that would fit my A5 compact vertical. And I got some stickers, probably Edevi stickers. I'm in love with all the Edevi stuff. And I did customize some stickers, like some event stickers, appointment stickers, that I could actually do a plan with me with. Like, I customized some stickers to say all of the usual things that I usually put in my plan with me. And I've got to put this later on Thursday. Friday. What else did I get? I think I got the new dry erase markers. I was curious about those because, even if you don't use dry erase markers, like for writing, they make a great eraser for using Sharpie on your dry erase surface, wet erase surfaces or dry erase surfaces. So if you wrote with a Sharpie on one of these interchangeable covers, you can go over that with dry erase marker and then just use a dry tissue and it will come right off. So I mainly got them for that because I don't really use a dry erase pen, and maybe some other stuff. I can't remember. I did post pictures of everything that I got in my Facebook group, which I hope you'll join. It's Plan Sarah Plans Planner Circle. Join us over there. Just make sure you answer the 3 questions. I sometimes let people in when they don't answer the 3 questions because I just can tell that they are planner people. But I'm trying to, it helps me a lot if you answer the 3 questions, just so I know you're a real person. But I put pictures of everything that I ordered in my Facebook group. And now I am considering another order. Oh my goodness. It's like I have everything I could possibly need planner-wise. But I tell myself, well, I can just do a review for my viewers, and that way I have a reason to justify this expense, which is not untrue. But I don't need to buy every single thing, and I just want every single thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I want every single thing. So they've got some brand new stuff out now. Let's see if this looks good or bad to go like that. I kind of like it. They've got some brand new stuff out now. Lots of new writing tools. And so if you like pens, check out the new writing tools. And they've got this neat vegan leather desk pad that I want to get. It's like 15 inches deep or so by 30 some inches wide. There are 3 designs. There is a mid-century circle design and in bloom and focused. And I want that thing because I miss if you've been watching me a long time, I used to plan upstairs in my dining room where I had a blue leather top desk, like it was blue leather. And I miss that writing surface. I love planning down here in the basement where I have my planner castle. I call it my planner castle. But I miss that desk because of the leather surface. And I'm thinking if I get one of those vegan leather desk pads, that it might give me that surface to write on. And it would be a nice backdrop so that when I'm filming my plan with me, I've got the white planner here, and then I'd maybe have, I'm thinking the blush one, which is the in bloom one, in the background. So they have that, which I want, and all the new pens. They have some new notebook covers. And the notebooks have relaunched. So if you've been unable to find the sort of notebook that you want, it's because they took them down as they prepared the site for the new notebook launch. And one of the notebooks is I think it's called a premium notebook. and it has a pocket in the back and 3 subjects. I don't need the 3 subjects, but I would really like a pocket in the back of my notebook. I think that would be so great. I'm going to cut this in half. I would almost buy the premium notebook to get a notebook with a pocket in the back. But the reason I might not do it, and I mean, unless I think of a reason that this will be helpful and I would actually use it, is that the 3 subjects have like different types of paper. I think there's dot grid, and then there's maybe graph paper and lined paper in the 3 sections. And I would want all lined. I know Tiffany said that she uses the kind of graph paper, maybe it's the dot grid, I can't remember, for laying out designs of some kind. Like maybe it's, do you do quilting? Is that what it is? Is it quilting, Tiffany, or is it something else? She is a very crafty lady. And so it could be one of those. I mean, it could be quilting, it could be something else that she does, but she uses the graph paper for it. I've just been thinking about getting 1 or 2 of the new things, but definitely that desk pad. They also have some new acrylic organizers. So some that are a completely new look and shape, completely new. But 2 of them are the same as other acrylic organizers that we've already had, but now they have an element of color, like these shades of color, like just on the bottom of them. So it takes so much self-control to be a planner girl. Did I tell you guys yet that baby boy, our grandson, is sitting up now? Not only is he sitting up, but he is having fun playing this little toy piano that we got him. I think I told you guys about the toy piano. Oh, and I am so smitten with him and how he looks sitting up. This little chunker of a baby who's 6 months old, sitting up and is just as happy as can be about it. Oh my goodness. I love it. And he brightens up the life of old people. Let me explain that. My mother lives in a place where there are some older people, and whenever grandbaby pays a visit to my mom, he lights up the room, and the other people, mostly ladies, coo and fawn and just are smitten with him, just like I am. And it's just the cutest thing. And it's like, I call it baby ministry, because they love seeing babies. And so baby boy is getting to the point now where he is interacting with his eyes when he is around people. And so the next time he goes to visit my mom, he is going to do even more charming with the people than he has heretofore. Okay, so all I have left now is my memory verse. So I pick out my memory verses at the beginning of the month. And this month, I chose memory verses that have to do with the heart. And the first one for February 6th through the 12th this week is set your hearts on things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Colossians 3 verse 1, and that's going to go in the sidebar. And that is all that we need to do in the hourly planner. So here is a slow motion flyover of how it all turned out using Bolderbon's Pretty in Pink sticker kit, which I think is very lovely, as are all of Bonnie's kits. And so now that we've done this, we're going to move on over to the A5 Compact Vertical Planner. Here is a slow motion flyover of the compact vertical, all decorated and set up for the coming week using Mama Gloria shop kit number 87. And it's called Splash. And even though it is fall leaves technically in that design, I just think it's beautiful as art any time of the year. So what I like to do at the end of my weekly plan with me is to say a prayer for the upcoming week, and I invite you to join me if you would like to. Heavenly Father, lover of my soul, creator of my heart, and my reason for living, I pray today that you would allow me to renew my love for you above all else this month. Help me to set my heart on things above and to view everything in this life with your eyes. When my flesh and my heart fail, be the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Fill my heart with your love and truth so that what comes out of my mouth when I speak will please you and encourage others. My heart trusts you and only you. Make that statement as easy and natural to live as it is to say. My heart leaps for joy at the thought of your love for me. I praise you in song and in prayer, but also in every plan, task, and duty that fills my days. If love is the theme for February, let it be love for my Lord that consumes my thoughts. I know I've hurt you in the past, and I may hurt you again. Forgive me, Lord. Push my offenses aside, never to be seen again by your eyes. And now as I embark on a new day and a new week, give your angels charge over me and over all those I love, to keep us in all our ways. We remember those we know of who are sick and suffering, and we ask for the holy mercy and comfort of our great physician to sustain and to bless them. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Here's one last look at my compact vertical and one last look at the hourly planner. I'd love to know what you liked the most, or if it was a tie in your mind. And I really appreciate you hanging out with me. If you prayed with me, I appreciate that especially. And I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.